About how many people were with you when you witnessed the UFO?
About 5.
Who was with you?
My mom and my sister and some of Brittany's friends.
What were you guys doing when you witnessed the UFO?
We were going to the Illinois for Brittany's birthday.
Okay, so tell me exactly how you saw it. What were you doing, and then what happened? Like your mom says, I was sitting there, we looked up, and then it just came over the trees. What were you doing when it happened?
I was just sitting down in the tent, and then my mom tapped my shoulder, and then I looked up, and then I saw the UFO.
Through the tent?
Uh-huh.
How?
We didn't have the tarp on top of it.
So you can see through it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So explain what it looked like.
It looked like this picture, but we didn't see the outline.
So what made you think that it might be a translucent, see-through ship? What made you think there was an outline?
Because whenever it passed by, certain stars I couldn't see from the outlines.
So particular areas blocked out the stars behind it?
Mm-hmm.
But you could still see some stars through it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see stars too because it looked like it was a glass ship.
Looked like it was a glass ship? What was the shape of the glass?
It looked rectangular when I looked up.
Well, what about the drawing on the paper? Who drew that?
Well, I drew the circles. My mom drew the outline.
Okay, so why?
Because I don't know why she drew the outline. I just saw this, but in a rectangular shape.
Oh, so you saw maybe a different outline?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of show me with your finger the outline you might have seen.
I saw, this part, but then it kept going like that. It didn't,
so more, less of a tip.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It kind of did, round at the top, but
So,
like this kind of, but like a little rounder.
the question I want to know is, how do you know it wasn't two different ships?
Cause they'd be too close to be flying together. It'd be too dangerous just to fly that close. In the sky, it looked like they were actually that close.
How far up above your head do you think it was?
It was really high enough to look like this.
Mom said she thought it was just over the trees. What do you think about that?
No, it was a little higher up.
Yeah?
But there was this tree on the side, and when it went behind that, it never came from the side. It just disappeared.
So, did you hear anything?
I heard at first, but then it stopped. But then I didn't hear anything else.
Have you ever heard a plane fly over the house before?
Yeah.
There's a forest fire going on outside right now, yeah?
Uh-huh.
You're hearing helicopters and planes fly over the house a lot lately?
Yeah.
So, did it sound like one of those at all, or?
It was like that.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Do it again. Tell me what you think it sounded like again. Really? A pulsating sound?
Uh-huh.
Really? Did the light pulsate at all?
No. They just stayed on.
Now, you saw the footage that your mom found on YouTube?
Uh-huh.
Did it look the same as what you saw? It was obviously the same day and the same night, the same guy. Did it look like the same thing you saw?
Uh-huh.
Well, tell me about what you saw in the film and the difference maybe versus what you saw in real life.
Well, in the video, like, this star was, like, really tinier.
And
it looked like there was only two, like that.
Okay.
But,
Anything else?
But, yeah, I still saw stars through it. And it looked like the same ship.
Well, in the video, you can't see an outline at all, can you?
Yeah, no. 'Cause
And
it's all
you could
green.
see an outline?
Yeah.
It's all green. It's all green. Why is it all green?
Because it's night vision.
So, you think the footage that you saw, the night vision, makes you not be able to see the outline that you saw in real life?
Uh-huh.
What time do you think it was when you seen it?
2 in the morning, I think.
Think it was that late?
No, actually, 11. 11.
Well, what time does it get dark here right now? Do you think?
It actually kind of gets dark at 10.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. So it was a few hours after dark, you think?
Uh-huh.
Did you guys have a campfire or anything?
We did have a campfire.
Was it after the campfire? Before? Were you guys about to go to bed?
We were about to go to bed, but we didn't really go to bed that much, and we were like sitting around talking, and
After you saw the UFO?
before we saw the UFO.
Oh, so
And then
what
we
happened after you seen the UFO?
We started talking about the UFO, and then we just kept saying about what it was. We kept talking about it.
So in the footage, I saw the front light here seemed to be pulsating, like you said the sound was. Did you see that in the footage, or did you not see that?
No, I just saw it floating like that.
Okay, so how fast was it moving? So have you ever been to an air show or seen F-16s or anything in real life?
No,
You ever seen them on the movies?
no.
So what makes you think that that wasn't an airplane?
Because an airplane doesn't have three lights in the back and a light in front.
And the square area you saw was... Can you draw that shape again with your finger around that? In fact, let me pause that and I'll go get a pencil and we'll have you draw it on film.
My mom drew the outline, but I actually saw this.
So you saw something, hold that there. Go ahead and hold that right there. So you saw the craft extend out past the front light? Like
Yeah.
that? Okay, so how did you see that? You said it looked like glass. How did you see an outline of that? Did it just like make the stars ripple, or how what made you know that there was an outline there?
Because when like stars passed like here,
Uh-huh.
I saw like, since stars are white, I saw like a dark outline.
Really?
So I saw like a line when it kept going like that.
Wow. And how about the stars in the middle?
I saw stars like pass here, here, and here.
So the middle was just see-through.
Uh-huh.
Did the stars move any different at all, or did it look like it was invisible?
It looked like this was just invisible.
And how about the front of it? Tell me about the front of it and the outline. Draw like this, how you saw the outline of the front of it.
The outline, I saw it all like bump, like that.
Tell me how you saw that.
Cause like stars kept passing here
Wow, really?
and kept going like right there and like past. I saw how it kept going like that.
Okay, so you saw the footage on YouTube of the other man in Oregon who got footage of it. Tell me how that differed from what you saw in real life versus the footage.
I couldn't see that light.
Okay.
It was like tinier.
Okay. So basically, in his footage, it was probably further away.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and
Yeah, and this big light was like dim, like that.
in his footage. But in real life, it was really much brighter than the other ones.
In real life, when I saw it, this was like bright yellowish, orangish.
Really? What color were the lights in the back?
I saw this light red, and this light blue, and this light blue.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So what was the difference in the outline on the video versus real life?
The video, I couldn't see the outline for some reason. I think it was because of how it was night vision.
Really?
Mhm.
Being that it's the edge, like if it was glass, the edge of it would distort the light coming through just enough for you to notice around the edges, but maybe not in the center of the glass. And so you feel that it was like looking at a glass triangle with lights on it? Anything else? Again, another note on the sound, maybe? Tell me again how the sound went. So a pulsating sound. Like a wah 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 wah. Really? Any particular speed? More like wah 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 or wah 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 wah.
It was all.
Okay, how fast did it move? Show me with the pen. Show me with your paper how fast it moved.
It like moved like.
No, go ahead and hold it up like it's a spaceship and move it.
It was like moving like this in the sky.
So how long did you see it for? How many seconds?
We saw it pretty long, but okay, a tree was like right here,
Yeah.
and it started like out here more, and then it started like coming, then it got to here, and then it like went behind the tree,
Nice.
and then it like disappeared, and I didn't see it come out the other side.
Right on.
It was like it just disappeared.